Thank you, friends. Is there any civil engineering students here or chemical engineering? Okay. Anyone interested for environmental engineering? You see, while I was a student here, and every time environmental engineering class was bunked by us, we never attended that class. And by chance, I had to be in the domain of environmental engineering for last 21 years. Although I started my career in buildings and bridges and roads in Guwahati University as an engineer, and then I shifted myself to public engineering department. But over the years, I have seen there's huge scope in this field, and of late we are finding it very difficult to have very good environmental engineer in this field. So how many of you know that job opportunities for environmental engineers in the coming years? All of you might be aware that Sustainable Development Goal has been adopted by the United Nations very recently. Anybody knows it? Okay. So two core issues in the Sustainable Development Goal is, one is climate change and second one is access to safe drinking water and sanitation to all the people throughout the globe by 2030. Means it is your time now. In the domain of environmental engineering, all of civil engineers might be aware that we deal with air pollution, air quality, drinking water, wastewater management, and then very recently has the climate change. So if you see in past 50 years, 60 years of independence, after independence, no thought was given to wastewater management. You might have heard about the Ganga Action Plan now. In India itself, there's huge pool of manpower will be required for wastewater management for the country. Second, for all chemical engineers and civil engineers, there's ample scope for research and development. If anybody wants to go for research and development in this sector, throughout the globe, there's huge demand of environmental engineers in the coming years. Third, if any one of you willing to go for a job in international development agency like UNICEF, World Health Organization, WaterAid, and lot many like that. So after passing out in civil engineering, if you go for masters in environmental engineering and management, there will be ample scope. And there are United Nations Institute also. For last couple of years, they are working on environmental sanitation. So anybody can think of that also, research and development activities. It is open for chemical and civil engineers. Of course, nowadays few other people are also joining environmental management, but that is not for this stream. Because mechanical people are also coming for environmental stream sometimes, but that is not for this wastewater, water, air pollution, that is not for that stream. Fourth, if you want to win government jobs, then definitely public engineering department in all state governments, there is one department who is working on this sector. And of late, this sector has been opened and has attracted a lot of investment from World Bank, Asian Development Bank, BRICS Bank, you might have heard. So we are receiving a lot of calls from those banks for support. Very recently, we have submitted a project of 900 crores for solid waste and liquid waste management, but there are very few experts in our department. Even if we put an advertisement requesting for application for this solid waste and liquid waste management, we hardly find very few people with required kind of expertise. So, but for this sector, only after graduation, you have to go for some specialized course. Either you can go for MTech or you can go for any other environmental management course. Then only you can fit into that. I talked about the government sector, I talked about the international development agencies, I talked about that research and development is on personal choice. Anybody who is willing to go higher and higher studies, and those who want to be in institutions like this or NITs or IITs as faculty, for them RD sector is the best. Then any question from your side?
I think then it's
I think very few takers for this environmental sector. Anyway, I'll stop with this.